Hi folks, this is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report. You know, so often I tell you about spinnerbaits and chatterbaits, and a lot of you that aren't avid fishermen, that you're driving to work and you're listening to the radio, some of these things might not mean a lot. But just as people listening, if I can make this interesting for you, then I've accomplished what I really want to do with giving you these fishing reports. And one of the things that I'm finding from the reports and finding from the study that I do to make this up is that spinnerbaits and chatterbaits are two of the best baits we can use because they do a lot of things for us. They allow us to fish a lot of water fairly quickly if that's what we want to do. And by quickly, what it means is we maybe can eliminate that 90% of the water that doesn't hold fish quicker than if we were using more gentle, finesse, slower fishing baits. Second of all, they flash and they wiggle and they vibrate and they can look like something that startles or really interests the fish, something that catches their eye, their ear, whatever, as it goes by. And sometimes fish feed because they're hungry, and sometimes they feed or eat or strike because they're irritated or surprised or whatever goes on in their brain. I don't know. But reaction strikes are a big part of fishing as well, and that's what they do to these baits. What I wanted to tell you that most of these chatterbaits and spinnerbaits are designed to give you a choice if you want to put a soft plastic tail on the end of that tail. Could be a minnow-shaped soft plastic, a worm-shaped soft plastic, a creature-looking thing, whatever you want to put on there to further make that attraction more attractive to the fish. And it's really important what type of bait you put on. There's a lot of factors that will determine if it helps or hurts. Because if you don't put the right kind of tail on there, I really think it can hurt. And how does it hurt? Number one, if it has an action opposing or contrary to the natural vibration of the spinnerbait or the chatterbait, it can change how that looks in the water. It can change the vibration. It can change it if it overpowers the balance of that bait. So you don't want to put something too big. You don't want to put something that has too much of its own action because it can take away from the chatterbait or spinnerbait. Now, this all might sound, oh boy, I'm going way out there, I'm getting technical. I'm not. I found that sometimes it works better for me not to put a tail on. That the spinnerbait itself becomes more of an attractor. Sometimes if I put the wrong color tail on, it contrasts and it takes away from the color of the spinnerbait. If I put too aggressive a bait on, it doesn't work as well. Now, I've noticed that Z-Man has just come out with they've investigated this. They have engineers looking at this, and they've come out with a new type of tail that they say works perfect on a chatterbait. It complements it to the nth degree. And this is what I'm trying to get at. If you choose the right tail, it can make that spinnerbait or chatterbait even better. If you choose the wrong one, well, you probably won't catch fish. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report.